So I got this new lip in the mail and I wanted to install it on the car. So figured I would walk everybody through the process and give you guys some feedback and let you know how I feel about it. So I'm just gonna forewarn you, if you've never watched any of my how-to guides, I live in Hawaii, so we have wild chickens here. They're pretty random and they like to wander in and out of my garage as I'm working on things. I've never quite been a fan of the side pieces that go here. It's like this. Never quite been a fan of them, especially because they're not really functional. In fact, they might actually restrict air from the front of the car. So I'm not sure if I'll run these or not, but it looks like it's definitely optional on this lip because these sit down in this space. Now, I do think it could tie in the front bumper really well. I might just take a Dremel though and trim this out. And if I do that, I will film it for you guys. I was a little concerned about the quality of this lip because I got a pretty good deal on it. And I will add that it's ABS plastic and it snaps together, and then it came with hardware to screw it in. And then it looks like it uses the OEM T15 Torx bolts that are underneath the front of the C8. It looks like it uses those to bolt in. As far as build quality goes, it's ABS plastic. It's surprisingly sturdy. I was expecting like a cheap, soft ABS plastic that was just gonna kind of flex, and this is kind of stiff. And I'm excited about that. So the front lip itself is 3 pieces, and then the side corners are its own piece. Other than that, the gaps in the lip itself, they're not bad. They're hardly noticeable, and I think it'll look pretty good. So first things first, we're going to assemble the center part of the front lip or splitter, whatever you want to call it. And I will say that there are numerous pieces of hardware that come with this kit. We're going to use these very small screws. Let's start off, and there's 12. I want to say the kit came with, I didn't break it just now, that's just the sound it made as it went together, but they're pointed like almost metal screws, but they're not quite self-tapping. Run it in with a Phillips screwdriver. Now that we have our hardware in there, holding all 5 pieces of the underside together, I will say, compared to other lips, front splitters, whatever you want to call it, this is much flimsier. In fact, if you look at it, I can do a full wave on it. Once it's bolted up to the underside of the car, we'll see. I'll push on it a little bit. But even compared to the Maxton, which is a one-piece design, which is what I had on the car before, we'll see in relation to that how good or bad it is. Alright, so underneath the front of the C8's bumper, there's 19 T15 bolts. So you're going to want to use a T15 socket, or they make screwdriver T15s. There's a lot of different tools. I use a electric wrench to remove these on this car. Alright, so under the front of the C8, I've removed all the T15 bolts except for the one on the painted area just before the center black piece, right? On both sides, this is going to remain. Alright, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to try and get just a couple of the T15s in place, basically to hold the lip up. And I'm going to do this to try and take as much weight off of it in different areas as I can. But now I'm just gonna kind of hand start all the screws. So I bolted up the bottom and I wiped down the lip with a microfiber with a little bit of CMX on it, just because there was so much static electricity from the plastic that this lip was wrapped in originally that just all kinds of dog hair and dust and stuff was sticking to it. But this is what it looks like. I'm not entirely done. I still have the side pieces that go right here. My one complaint is that the back isn't cut out. So this is just gonna create a parachute effect on the front lip slash bumper. And so what I might do is I might either drill some relief holes here or take a Dremel, tape it up real nice and make them even on both sides and go ahead and trim them out. So once you have the wheel turned to the side, you're going to locate the T15 bolts inside the fender well, and you're going to pull the bottom three. And, excuse the messiness, these two bolt holes go here under the lip. You can actually access these from the underside. We're not going to mess with those quite yet, but we're going to see if we can pull this in right here. All right, so I'll be honest, and putting these on, I really don't like them very much, but what I don't like the most is that the inside of it is completely solid. So basically it's going to create this huge air dam. And so how I'm going to rectify this is I'm going to drill some holes in it, some evenly spaced holes, basically to eliminate the parachute effect, allow debris, water, air to pass through. And so this is kind of an experiment, because if this doesn't come out all right, I'm not going to run these anyways. I think the lip looks fine without them. All right, so I got it installed. And overall, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. The strength is definitely considerably stronger than I expected it was going to be. Once it's bolted up to the bumper itself, it seems to have tightened everything up and made it nice and strong. So I'm happy with that. Let me see if I can get it. It sticks out quite a bit from the bumper. I think maybe about an inch more than the Maxton one I had on the car, but what I will say is it doesn't hang down as low, so I'm happy about that. These side splitter pieces, they are removable. You can rock just the lower side of the lip, but these are attachable. There's 2 screws and 2 nuts holding that to the lower lip, and then there's 3 T15 bolts inside the fender well holding that on. Now what I will say here about this is, before, this back piece was solid, and so I have a fear about a parachute effect here. Now if this was raked at a bit more of an angle like this, I would think that this could deflect air up and create almost downforce on the front, but in this case it's almost completely 90 degrees. So what I ended up doing is I drilled 5 holes in each side to eliminate a possible parachute effect there. I don't want debris getting caught or water or anything like that. So I did that. It's very subtle. It does look very clean in person. I took my time doing it. I measured, I marked to keep it nice. But yeah, overall, I really like this lip. The only lip I can really compare it to is ones I've seen on other cars, and then the Maxton Designs one. This side skirt is kind of laying on the ground right now. This is the Maxton Design one. I'm going to reattach it to the car, but what I'm going to do is, because this side skirt is riveted on the Maxton one, that's one of my complaints about that one, I'm going to put nut certs in the bottom of the car and then run 10mm bolts so I can pull these side skirts when I need to do work to the car, or I'm moving the jack underneath quite a bit, just to keep it nice and simple and easy.